There she is. Good morning.
There you are. Good morning. I'm good, thank you.
Are we ready to work out?
Maybe.
What's
What's it to you? What's it to you?
The armed forces for a long
Oh
time.
my goodness. Okay, let's do it.
They're the folks who
So we have 3 sets of weights and we have the small band today. So let's come to the back of the mat. You're gonna make a fist and pull the elbows back and just fold halfway down while you draw the belly up and into the spine. So make sure we're keeping our elbows nice and high and squeezing them in towards each other. So a lot of upper back engaged. Now, as soon as you start your hip hinge, it's important to weight into the back of the feet. Okay, let's just do one more. Now, standing tall, let the arms go. You're gonna circle this arm all the way up and over and around. And you can let the hips rotate a little bit as we do this. And you'll notice I'm going nice and slowly, just to kind of give all these muscles an opportunity to lengthen out. So especially when you're starting to lower the arm back there, try not to do it too quickly. You're keeping the arm nice and long. Okay, now we're just going to reverse it. So you're going back first and then forward. And again, you're turning the hips a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna hip hinge, so get your butt back and your belly in, right? Bring the arms out in front, and we're gonna lift them and lower them till they're parallel to the floor. So up and down, kind of like you're just flossing the underarm of the shoulder. Now take them a little wider and do the same movement. Now bring the palms together, clasp the fingers, and do the same movement. Nice, now let the arms go, sweep them back. Chest is proud, we're gonna take them all the way forward and up and all the way back. When you're taking them back, we want the palms to face the floor. And when you're sweeping them up, they face each other. Let's do a few more. Again, you're really trying to keep the weight in the back of the feet. Last one. Now fold all the way down, let your head go. Just hang out here and breathe. A lot of people, when they're inverted, have a tendency to hold their head up. So you always just want to make sure you're letting it dangle. Okay, let's roll up one vertebrae at a time, Pilates style. Spread out the chest, sweep the palms so the thumbs are facing backwards. Now try to lift the arms back behind you. And relax the arms to the thighs. Roll back down one vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly. Once you get down this time, I want you to cross at the elbows. Now we're just gonna add some movement here. So just begin to shift the hips and the upper body, whatever. However you move, just bring movement to this pose. Now take the arms, sort of go up and down with your torso, 2 inches up, 2 inches down. Getting into that low back a little bit. Now release the hands and let's walk out. Keep your legs straight if you can. Walk all the way to the front of the mat, so you're in your high plank position. Pull the shoulders over the wrists, keep your butt in line with your back. Now, keep the legs straight and push your heels backwards. So you feel a stretch through the lower legs. Now, pull forward onto the toes and then push those heels back. You're more on the pad of the foot. Pull forward and back. So you're just sort of rocking the feet. Body just goes along for the ride. Okay, let's step your feet in so your knees are under your hips and you're in bear. While you're holding bear, try to pull those heels backwards. Now tap the knees and lift. So you're coming back to that 2 inches up and down. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now put the knees down, wrists are under the shoulders. We're going to just do a quick transition to some cat-cows. This is something you do at your own pace. Now the next time you're in cat, shift your hips backwards while you hold the spine arching. Drop into the shoulders, come back forward. Go back to your regular cat-cows. Hold the cat, shift back. Hold it back here. See if you can inch your hands a little more forward. Your spine is still in flexion. Drop into the shoulders. Come back forward. Last round. Okay, hold the cat, shift back. Walk those hands forward a little more. Nice, now come back forward, lower down onto the forearms. Palms are facing the floor. You're gonna slide your knees back and lower your hips. So we're all in baby cobra. Come onto the tops of your feet and draw the belly button up and in. We're just gonna hold this while we take a few breaths. Nice, now take the chest down, bring your hands by your chest. Your elbows are up towards the ceiling. We're gonna just press ourselves up, keep your knees down on the floor, and hold this pose while you take a few breaths. Try to broaden through the shoulders, crowd out the chest, draw the belly in. Now slowly lower the chest back down. Keep your face off the floor and your neck long. Draw the belly in, press back up. And slowly come on back down. And back up. This time, toes tucked under, you're going to take it into a down dog. Push your heels to the floor with your legs straight. Come back to plank. We're going to do a little hover and meet in up dog. Go back to down dog. Drive those heels towards the floor. Come back to plank. Hover. Right to up dog. Right to down dog. Push the heels down. One more time. Forward, lower, sweep, down dog. Walk your feet to the middle of the mat and your hands back to your feet. You're in a full forward fold. Just breathe. We're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time. And once you get up, crowd out the chest, take those thumbs, rotate them towards the back of the room. Release the arms, back to the thighs, roll back down. Once you're down, inhale, extend to a flat back. Fold back down. Do it again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice, okay, say goodbye to your warm up. We're gonna start with our hips. So find your band, the little one, meet me down on the floor. We're gonna take it just above the ankles. And feet all the way up to the ceiling. So move your feet forward with them flexed. Until you feel your back starting to want to lift up off the floor. So it's subtle, it's not a big movement, but I want you to feel like you have to contract your stomach in order to stabilize your spine. Once you're in that point, open up your feet. And then close slowly. So you're opening up quickly, and then you're closing slowly. We're gonna do 10 of these reps. So keep nice and flat on the shoulder blades, keep your neck long, your face relaxed, and make sure you're opening up as far as you can every time. And if you're not feeling this already, your band is too loose or too easy. Or you're not working a big enough range of motion to really impact these muscles. Remember, if the feet are drifting in close to being over your hips or body, you gotta move them a little more forward. To be nice and flat with your lower back on the floor. Okay, so we're gonna keep the band around our ankles. Rock and roll yourself up to a seated position. Grab the heaviest weights you have, and we're gonna start lying back down again, ready to do some chest presses. So tilt your pelvis up so the lower back is on the floor. Your legs are bent. Don't worry about the band, just let it be, and start your chest presses. So when you lift up, I want you to turn your weight so your palms face each other, then open them and lower them. So you're adding in a rotation on each rep. Exhaling out as you press up. So once you get through 5 or 6, you should be feeling fatigue at least a little bit. If not, go to a heavier weight. Or try to hold 2. Or more. Okay, so you're gonna rock and roll yourself up so you can put the weights by your side. Come right back down and let's do another round of these legs. Same thing, out quickly or relatively quickly, right? You still want to feel safe. It shouldn't be jerky. And then you're resisting it coming in on 3 or 4 counts. And again, remember, let those feet come a tiny bit forward of the hips. So you're at least working your six-pack muscle while we do this. Keeping the spine nice and stable. So when I open back up, I sort of hang out there for a second and see if I can get any more spread between these legs before I let it go. So make each of these reps meaningful. It's on you. Three more. Try to maintain that big range of motion till the very end. Okay, bend those legs, rock and roll up, get those weights again. Round two of presses. Keep that rotation at the top. Give me 12, nice and slow on the way down. You can go up at whatever pace floats your boat. You should be squeezing the chest when those palms face each other. So bring them in, give it a squeeze, and then open back out. Keep the wrists neutral. We don't want to injure one thing while we make the other thing strong. So you always have to be mindful of your form. And when you're done 12, set them aside, come back to your legs. Opening up nice and wide, coming in with control. You want to make sure you're releasing the tightness in the band each time. So each rep is not using momentum. Remember, once you're opening, you want to really stay there for a second or two and see if you can get even a fraction of an inch wider between the legs. That also prepares you to slow it down when you close. So I've got 4 more to do here, nice and slow, make them great. It's your last round with the band. We're gonna hold the last one out, we're gonna pulse it. And whenever you're there, out an inch, in an inch, move your feet a little more forward. You love this feeling. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and let it go. Get rid of the band. Rock and roll yourself up. We have 1 more round of these flies. Sorry, of these presses. So pick them up, bend those legs, get the low back on the floor. Come down with the elbows out to the side and then turn the palms at the top to face. Give that chest a big old squeeze. Make sure the weights don't get over the face, right? For you to really work your chest, you got to keep them over the chest. Coming down slow, lots of control. Last 3. Two. And 1. Okay, set them aside. You're gonna come back lying down. We're just gonna challenge our core a little bit here. So we're gonna start out with a dead bug. So legs are bent 90 degrees at the knee, flex your feet. Move your knees forward a little bit so you feel like you have to brace to protect that low back and keep it down on the floor. Let's get the arms in place. Try to keep the rib cage low when the arm goes back. So you're basically pressing your entire core down into the floor. So if you were to hold this position for a long time, you would feel it. Okay, this should not feel easy just to hold the dead bug. Now, right leg, left arm, extend. Come back into your starting point. Switch sides. So I like to go out on 3 counts and come in on 3 counts. Don't count quickly. That's cheating. Remember, when you extend out the leg and the arm, you got to get them completely straight. Okay, bring the knees in. Make a nice little circle to massage your lower back. Put the arms down on the floor this time by your side. Your legs are in the same position starting the dead bug. So 90 degree at the knee. Move them out. Move them a little more forward than you did when you did the dead bug. Draw the belly down. Now you're going to hover the right knee over the floor. So you're working your right side body right now. Pick it back up. So your starting point should feel challenging already. Hover the left heel. Feeling that left side body. Bring it up. Hug your knees in. Take a little break. Little circle. Come back to your dead bug. Arms up. Right leg, left arm. Bring it in. Switch sides. 3 counts down, 3 counts in. Little pause when you're extended. Hug those knees in. Arms on the floor. Legs in the dead bug position. Hover the right heel down. Keep the leg bent. Bring it back up. Hover the left heel. Leg is bent. You're just basically lowering the heel, putting it up there, and then bringing it in. When you bring it in, you don't bring the knees all the way in because that takes away all the workload. This is a constant workload we're doing right now. Switch sides, do 1 more each side. Hug those knees in, give yourself a little reprieve. 1 more round of dead bugs. Arms up, 90 degree at the knee. Right arm, left, whatever side you're doing, bring it back in, switch sides. If it's getting harder and harder to keep that low back down, it should be. That means you really challenge those 6-pack muscles. Do 2 more repetitions. Oh my goodness, hug those knees in, make that circle. Okay, arms on the floor, 90 degrees at the knee, move the knees out a little bit. Try to get a little risky. Hover the right heel. Bring it up, hover the left. Don't let the knees come in. Stomach is working the whole time. Alternate sides, do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Up. Hug them in. This time you're going to circle the knees independent of each other. Okay, rock and roll up. We're coming all the way up onto our toes. Sorry, up onto our feet. Okay, I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water. We're gonna do some calf raises. And some bent over flies. So, for the calf raises, go heavy. Pick up the heaviest things you got, because we're not gonna be doing a ton of them. So, feet hip width, maybe a little wider, whatever you need to balance. Get up on the toes and down. So your first couple, you're just sort of setting the stage. Try to keep really a lot of control. So that means don't drop the heels down. You kind of want to lower them. So you're adding in that little bit of resistance. You're keeping really good posture. Whoops, chin is up, neck is long, chest is proud. Try to relax the weights in your hands. Whoops. Nice, keep going. Okay, hold this position. Just let your knees pull forward. Feel a stretch in the lower legs. Should feel good. Come back to a straight leg. Back up with the heels. Whoops. And down. And lift. And lower. Try to do these with as much steadiness as you can. Whoops. You can get higher and come down slower. That would be a good progression. Okay, stand tall here. Let the knees bend forward. One more round. Up and down. Try to get 10 in, nice and slow. Lots of control. Whoops. Really needs a lot of concentration. Two more. Okay, we're gonna put these heavy weights down. You're gonna grab whatever weight you use, and I'm sure it's gonna be a light one, to do a reverse, or sorry, a bent over fly. Okay, so we can start to warm up by taking the thumbs, pointing them to the side, and just do a few of these without any weight at all. You look at me from the side, my spine is long, shifting my weight back, and I'm lifting the arms out to the side as high as I can get them up. So again, you want to be just looking right in front, off the front of your mat, so your neck is in the right position, so you don't feel any tension in your neck. When you're ready, let's graduate to a lighter weight. You're going to have the same grip, so your palms are going to face out. Get your shoulder blades back and down in your chest proud. Lift up and lower. Now you really need to try to resist the swinging. I know it's hard. Okay, now I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna do palms facing down. Arms going out to the side, different angle. Still challenging, try not to swing. Okay, let's do the bent over, palms out, up and down. Oh my goodness. Come back up. We're gonna come forward with our palms facing the floor and then out to the side. Forward, so you're just alternating. Remember, don't drop the weight down. You want to lower it with control and good posture. Keep your hips back, keep weighting into the heels and your spine and neck nice and long. I'm gonna do one more out to the side. You know when to stop when you feel like you have to start to swing to get them up. Okay, come back and let's just do one round here, almost as a stretch. Thumbs out to the side. Take them up, now pulse up from there, up and down. It's not a big movement. Make sure your neck is comfortable. Draw the belly in. Do 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Shake it out, shake out your arms. Meet me back down on the floor. This time, we're gonna meet in a forearm low plank. So however you get there, we're gonna tuck our toes under, get our legs straight, knees off the floor, just hold. Keep drawing the belly in. Isometrically pull the elbows towards the toes. Little tug of war. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your knees down. Bring your knees and toes touching. So your legs are together. Keep the tug of war. Now it's elbows to knees. Lift your knees off the floor. Lower the right hip towards the floor, pick it back up. Lower the left. You're going up and down, side to side with your hips. Your feet don't move. Five, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Walk the elbows back, meet me in child's pose. Whatever version thereof that you like. Okay, come on back up. You're gonna flip it around. We're gonna work our triceps. You're gonna stay down on the floor. So I'm gonna take my 15-pound weight. So I'm gonna just use 1. You can use 2 if you don't have one heavy enough. So I've got my legs bent, my low back on the floor, holding my weight vertically. So I've got it centered over the chest. I'm gonna lower, skull crusher, so don't crush your skull. Come down with control, pick it back up. Lots of nice, slow movement, going up and going down. These are not huge muscles, so to really challenge it, do it by going slowly. No movement between the elbow and the shoulder. Your elbow should be right over the shoulder. That's the most important part. Where do you put the elbow? A lot of people, when they do this exercise and they start to lower the weight, they let the elbows move backwards. You want to keep them stacked over the shoulder joints. So if you've chosen the right weight, you're already feeling fatigue, right? Maybe a little tremble going on as you come up nice and slowly. Really slow it down. 3-4 counts to get up, 3-4 counts to get down. Or slower. We're gonna do 5 more and then we're gonna add in a little hold. Nice loose grip on the weight, don't squeeze with your hands. Okay, go part way down, maybe a third of the way down, just hold. Go a little lower. Go a little lower. Press back up. You should be done. Put it away. Oh my goodness. Okay, Pilates style. Meet me in staff pose. Flex your feet, put them in the corners of your mat. Sit up nice and tall, arms out in front. Rock it forward. C-curve your spine as you draw it all the way down to the floor. Arms go back behind you. Nice big stretch. Let them come forward, lift your head, tuck your chin, draw down the stomach. It's super important. Come between the legs. We're keeping the spine in flexion as we roll down and as we roll up. Whatever pace floats your boat. Just keep doing them. And then to make them more challenging, you cross and touch your opposite shoulders with your hands. So you're not really letting the arms help you get up. Extend the arms out when you fold between the legs. Then come back up, put them back on the shoulders. Down nice and slow. Full body stretch with the arms all the way back. Spread those fingers wide. Do 2 more. Okay, hold this nice fold between the legs. Try to breathe into that lower back. Keep your head relaxed. Okay, take it back up. Meet me back up on your feet. I'm gonna grab a quick sip. We're gonna work some biceps. So let's do 5 heavy bicep curls and then 8 lighter bicep curls. So grab the heaviest weights where you think you can get 5 reps in. Palms face out, you're fully extended with the arms to start. Curl up and down slowly. Curl up and down slow. So when you do these exercises, the elbows stay close to the side of your body and you don't pull them forward. So once we've done 5, you're going to switch weights and do 8 more. So whatever lighter that you could get 8 in is what you're switching to. We're still coming down slowly. We're keeping the elbows tucked into your side body. Should be about halfway. Try not to overgrip the weight, super important, just let it sit in that hand, or hands up. 2 more. Nice, okay, put them down. Meet me back down on the floor in your staff pose. So your heels to the corners of the mat, arms out in front, rock it forward, and then rock it back. Don't round your back when you go back. So you decide how far you're gonna go. Draw in the belly. Now from here, heels stay down on the floor, you're gonna lift the arms up. A lot of work for the quads, hip flexors, a lot of little muscles just to hold this. Keep pressing your stomach in while you breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Put the elbows down on the floor, bring your knees in. Take them out. Pretty low to the floor. Maybe 12 inches off the floor when they're fully extended out. Proud out your chest when you do this. Draw the knees in and out. In and out. In. Make sure you're really pulling them in so you feel that little crunch. And out slowly. Crunch it in and out. Put the legs down, open the heels to the corners of the mat. Time to stretch. Take your right foot inside your left leg, walk it out. Lower the forearms down on the floor, let your head go. Now, if you feel like one side is lifting, take your hand out to the side and push it down on the floor. So it's not lifting. Come back up, switch sides. Come back up. Extend both legs out. Grab the bottoms of your feet, pull the toes towards you. Lower the elbows to your shins. Hold this stretch. Your spine is long, you're not rounding the back. Try to really push your feet towards you. Nice, release. You're gonna come all the way up onto your toes. And you're just gonna hold high on the toes. So lift your heels as high as you can, bring your knees close. Try not to let the heels splay out. Now meet me in a full forward fold. Let your head go. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. We have time for one more stretch. Take your left foot forward, step your right foot backwards. Both feet face forward and both heels are down and our legs are straight. Walk it down. So you're folding over your left leg. Just fold and breathe. Let the head go. Now, with everything else staying the same, just pick your back heel up and lower it down slowly. Pick it up and lower. Do that a few more times. You're getting nice and high on the pad of the foot, and you're resisting when you lower the heel back down. Take your hands back onto that left leg, help yourself get back up. Step your back foot in, switch sides. So how far do you take your back foot back? As far as you can with the heel down on the floor. Come on down, fold over the leg, let your head go. Lift your back heel up, as high as it'll go. Put it back down slowly. Keep going. Try not to put much weight into your arms or your hands. You really want to completely unweight over the front leg. Do 2 more. Okay, let's take our hands back to that front leg, walk it back up, step your back foot forward, take a nice big deep breath. We're gonna swan dive it all the way down nice and slowly. You're gonna inhale and extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up. Big deep breath. I thank you so much for your power and strength. Have an awesome day, guys. Thank you for participating.
Hello.